What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's predictions time for Wales versus France taking place on a Sunday, and also what should be a fantastic contest. Both teams wanting to prove a point, both teams wanting to make history and winning the World Cup for the very first time. Both teams have had an interesting round. I mean, Wales, what a year they've had. 14-match winning streak, Grand Slam Six Nations champions. They've been on a roller coaster ride. Few bumps towards the World Cup, but have definitely made up for it. Played some great games in this World Cup so far, which I'll go through shortly. But I still reckon this team is hiding something. I think they're going to bring out something special in these quarterfinal stages and semi-finals, which makes me nervous as a South African fan because we could potentially meet them in the semi-finals in what should be another cracking game. But they need to get through France first, and we all know the history that the French have in Rugby World Cups. They've been in the finals, they've been in the semis, they've done a lot of great things, and they're an unpredictable side, especially this year. They haven't had the greatest of runs in for the past year. They've not been the strongest team, especially from a Six Nations point of view. They've not been a threat. But we go back to the Paris game in the Six Nations earlier this year, where we saw France take the lead 14-0 and nearly broke Wales' winning streak at that time. But Wales came back in what was an amazing comeback of great rugby, and they ended up winning the game, continuing their streak, winning the Grand Slam Six Nations Championship. They've come a long way, and under their fantastic coach, Warren Gatland, a great captain in Alan Wayne-Jones, I mean, the strength within the leadership in Wales is absolutely outstanding. Great nation, great team, great players, great coaching staff, and I can only wish them all the best. Like I said, France are a threat, so we can't risk, or Wales can't risk writing them off just yet, just because of poor performances. Wales have been dominating their current rivalry for the past while, but with the young talent and the upcoming talent of Romain, their fly-half, they can definitely cause a few headaches here and there. So they need to be prepared for this game and really take it on. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a lot of I hope a lot of point scoring game, but it's going to come down to how they handle the weather conditions, be it either the rain or humidity, and making sure that they don't go on their handling errors and make mistakes, and they capitalize on every opportunity that they have going forward in this Rugby World Cup. I mean, to put it to you in this way, I mean, Wales have really had the great year, and I think will definitely go in as favourites, and rightly so. They're a fantastic nation who've really proved a point and proved a lot of people wrong. And like I said earlier in this video, I think that this team is going to really show up in the game against France and just prove what they're made of, and send a message to South Africa and whoever's going to be in the final that, hey, we are here to play. And with the likes of the leadership and the strength in Jones and Warren Gatland, it's just going to benefit these boykies and give them the extra strength and power that they need in order to really go at this game and take it head on. Because one thing's for sure, it's going to be a battle, and France are definitely going to put the utmost everything into this game to put Wales under pressure. If we look at the last 5 games that they've played, Wales have been on a lovely 4-match winning streak. They beat Uruguay 35-13. Not a bad result for Uruguay. Would want more for Wales there, but they got the all-important necessary points needed. So they didn't really need to do much. So clever tactic from Warren Gatland. Get the necessary points of beating the big guys in Australia. Let's go ahead and really just shake things up a bit and just get what we need so we don't risk injuries. We don't risk things happening. Fiji, Wales, bit of a messy game. A few card talks there and the referee issues there. But again, Wales picked up the all-important victory needed. Against Australia, they won by 4 points. Solid game of rugby, back and forth. Really gave it the absolute all in that performance. A lot again, I talk about the ref in that one too, but Wales picked up that all-important victory that they needed to get them through. So that's great. Georgia, they were solid. 43-14 was the result. And then obviously before that, they lost to Ireland on those occasions. But what a year they've had. Even besides those few losses, they've beaten the likes of England. They have made history by becoming world number one for the first time. They have won the Grand Slam Six Nations champions. They have a whole bunch of confidence and great weight of success lifted on their shoulders going into this game, and will definitely know that they can give France a good run for their money. They've played each other 97 times. France have won 44. Wales have won 50 of them. Drawn 3. So interesting results there. But if we look at the last 5 results of these great nations, February 1st, like I said, Paris, 1924 victory to Wales. Year before that in March, 14-13 victory to Wales, which was brilliant. So Wales picking up a home and away victory. Then in 2017, France picking up a win, 20-18. Such close results just shows the level of intensity of these two teams. We go back before that, 1910 victory to Wales, 2016, 2015, also a victory to Wales by 7. Another victory to Wales in 2014. So from 2012 to 2016, Wales had dominated the rivalry. Then France came back. So amazing, and for one win only, and then Wales are back to winning streaks. So Wales have pretty much dominated this rivalry in the past good few years, and have proved that they are definitely a force to be reckoned with, and no one can write this brilliant nation off, because they're going to want to prove critics wrong. And with the likes of the players within both these squads, they could definitely do it. Gareth Davies, top scrum half. I mean, he's an amazing player. He will want to go at it and really shine and show the world what he's made of. Josh Adams had a solid performance too. Jonathan Davies. Oh, there's a lot of Davies in this team. I mean, he's one of the best centres at this stage of rugby. Solid player. Lee Halfpenny, capitalising on his solid kicks. He can do the works. I mean, Dan Bigger, if playing and not injured, solid player. Liam Williams. I mean, come on. The names that we see, Patchwell. I mean, Patchwell, he's had a fantastic career so far. So we've really witnessed some amazing performances from Wales. And if they could just hold it on their own against France, they can definitely put it to them. One thing's for sure, Wales definitely can't underestimate France. They're an amazing nation, amazing rugby team. They've caused headaches before. They've caused upsets before. They've beaten the likes of New Zealand in Rugby World Cup, so they definitely know what they're doing. Obviously, Wales haven't hit New Zealand rivalry in quite some time, so that's going to be one to watch if they get as far as the finals. That's also if New Zealand can get that far. So exciting stuff to look forward to for both these nations. But for predictions, for me personally, I just see Wales having the strength of depth within the squad, the leadership quality in on the field, off the field, in management. Warren Gatlin's been there so long. This team has really gelled together for the past 10 years in a magnificent form. They've had their ups, they've had their downs, but they're back on their up again. And I confidently think that they could pick up a good victory this weekend against France. France could cause an upset and surprise us, but I just think Wales are just too strong at this stage. And I reckon they're going to probably meet South Africa or Japan in that semi-final. So yeah, Wales to win. Point margin, I think it's going to be pretty much the same as we've seen in the past. Less than 7 points, close game. I'm hoping to see lots of tries and kicking, or solid kicking. But when I say kicking, I mean points, and clever tactical kicking. I mean, I love that in a rugby game. So yeah, Wales to win by less than 7 points. Should be a cracking game. I'm looking forward to this one. To the fans of both Wales and France, I know there's a lot of Welsh people here. All the best to your boykies. I will be streaming this game, so please feel free to join me for it. It's going to be a cracking game, and I'm excited to see what Wales can do. And can they make history and go far in this Rugby World Cup? They're a great nation and definitely deserve to after the past year that they've had in World Rugby. That's going to do it for today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you guys real soon for the live stream as well as the recap coming later in that weekend. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.